Hi everyone, this is Arpad from Star Path Academy, and I was thinking about talking about many topics in this video, but ended up not choosing any of them because all of them are really in the same energy pattern that is being pushed out by the news media. We could be talking about a possible gold back ruble, commodity super cycle, the US dollar being used as a weapon across the globe, and how that could um, be the start of major shifts that could be happening, overusing the US dollar as a weapon, but also the bipolarization of the world and how the edges of the empire, like Sri Lanka and some other countries on the list, that are basically crumbling. But all of these would be in the same energy pattern that would be pushed out by the news media. Maybe I could definitely give unique perspectives on it, right? But from time to time, I think it's very important to pull back a little and go the opposite way. To instead of being or resonating with the current zeitgeist that you see around the world, is actually to generate your own wave in this world, to make your own energy pattern around you instead of just being part of this pool that everybody already pissed in, to put it lightly. So I thought, well, let's have a different discussion then. Let's have a discussion about prosperity, opportunities, and the changes that we could be in the world, right? Instead of the changes we see in the world. So I think first and foremost, in order to generate the change that we want to see, I think we have to shift into a mentality of abundance from the current lack mentality. When the president himself is talking about shortages that are developing or could be developing, then we should be talking about prosperity and the abundance that we are seeing around our world. We should be speaking about what we did in our garden and how much food we will be able to give away this year. How much canned food we purchase every year for prepping, but also give away some of that, or maybe last year's cans we give away, and how we give it away strategically, hopefully to friends and family, but also sometimes just to people who we don't expect anything from, to truly generate the prosperity in the world that we would want to see. Instead of worrying too much about return on investment, pay it forward a little bit, you know. But it's not just material. It's not just the money or the food that you give away. I think it's very important to give away your time, you know, and not expecting anything in return, going and volunteering for other people to help them, and observe the fulfillment and the joy that you experience while doing that. Also very important to spend time with your children, homeschool them if possible. I think the true capital around the world is not material, it's the creativity of the people, especially the young people who look to the future with a hope and prosperity. We have to instill those patterns, when they are being, pushed into other directions by social media, but also the school system or whatever comes out. I think it's very important for us to just turn all of that off and enjoy our health that we have, right? And enjoy our time together with loved ones and make them count and let that be the basis for the good future that we are expecting, that we are creating. And it's not easy, or it's not easy at first, right? But once you start seeing opportunities everywhere, and it could be not material at all, it could be just opportunities to help people, I think then eventually the pattern will shift. It has to, because we are generating it. I think then we will be able to see some changes in the world. When we negate others dictating how we see the world. I think that's very important to focus on these things as soon as possible. So I invite you for a week of thinking positively as much as possible. And whenever there's a lack, or whenever there is some kind of negativity, it could be a good exercise to, just for the fun of it, turn it around. And whenever someone says something negative, well, not necessarily for them, but at least for yourself, try to book that as, well, this could be positive in other ways. I think every curse has built in a blessing in it, if we choose to see that. So let's do it together. Let's do a week of blessings, or we see everything around us as little blessings, and see how that goes.